All right, welcome to Battletech, Oath of Endosteel 3028, Part 2, I think. I think we actually did Part 1 last time.
Yeah.
Part 1 was entirely about making sure that we could go to space eventually, but I didn't want you to go to space without handling support forces first. So here we are. Let's see. I wanted to say thank you. It's been 2 weeks since our last episode, which means for you YouTube followers, rather than the Patreoners, it might even end up being longer. But we had a bunch of really cool comments I just want to talk about. One from Jordan Wild saying, shout out for making a good way to have the Pendragon family roles without actually killing children in the process. Again, I appreciate you said that, but it was actually Eric's idea. So
it was all of ours.
It was Eric's idea.
It was all of our ideas.
And we can say we all agreed to it, which...
Yes, we did all agree to it. We got another comment saying that the characters were really interesting and that the in-mech stuff is the least interesting part of a Battletech game. Listen,
That's amazing.
It's tough for everybody nowadays. And if you were born after coronavirus, you have not a fucking clue about how bad it is right now. But let me tell you something about this comment right here. I need comments like this to survive, and even more importantly, if I don't feel like I deserve them, they feel like insults to me. And I actually feel like I work really fucking hard for this particular comment, because Battletech lore is wild and everyone's like, giant mechs, and I'm like, look at all this cool stuff we could do, man. Look at these secret Civil War era outposts just hanging out in the middle of space. Let's do something with that.
We're dropping in nothing but deep cuts that only maybe like 17 diehard Battletech people actually know what it is that you're talking about, and it is incredible.
I mean, I feel like I'm getting a master class of Battletech lore right now, just playing this game.
Yeah,
so I
you
really
absolutely are. The final thing I want to do is thank NeoBuzzard. Some of you might think I'm thanking NeoBuzzard because he introduced to the public the idea that Kuro's wife might cheat on him. I assure you she won't. In the current timeline arc, she won't, but it's very funny that people think that it's like that. I have several things on the plate for her coming up, and that comment just made me really laugh. The other reason to thank NeoBuzzard is because they have undertaken another painting task for us. Previously, they've done the entire lance, all of our players and their mechs here. They asked me what do I want for Christmas, and then they bought extra models specifically to paint it, and then they set up a diorama with the player mechs and the upcoming enemy mechs. So when we go to space, NeoBuzzard's got us covered for what's happening up there.
Good lord,
it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Sounds good. But we have to get through the infantry battle.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's months
training
away. Yeah, we're probably looking at 8+ weeks before we get up there. But
let's be honest.
At our rate.
Oh my god.
Listen, less than a third of the show is battle meching, which is really weird for me. So we start with an anime. I mean, we 100% tell that it's an anime style commercial. And we see a normal man, brown hair, brown eyes, in his mid-30s. He's leaping in slow motion to push a child out from in front of an incoming hover truck, and then he is hit by the truck, and then there's like a splatter, but we never see the body. It's just all implied violence. And the narrator says, using the spirit of the dragon, coordinator Takashi Kurita gathered his energy and offered the man rebirth in another world. Reborn with bountiful karma for his service to the Combine and his heroic death, he finds his present a cheat skill. He can summon a battle mech. Across the land as a questing knight, he rights wrongs and delivers justice in the name of the dragon, enforcing community values and service. That's when he learns his mech can transform into a woman. The anime movie My Mech is My Wife, 3 question marks, in theaters now, both sides of the border.
Oh my god.
Wow. Wow, this is just like giving me flashbacks to all the...
I asked several members of the audience to come up with fake animes for the Battletech universe, and that was the top one.
I mean,
that
is a common theme. I've
I understand.
on Crunchyroll, like you just see like what is it? dating in the dungeon, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like,
what you're talking
everyone
about.
likes a good video game isekai.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm calling it Issei Mech, which is isekais where you're reborn but you have mechs. So no matter what setting you're in, you have a battle mech, and there will be more commercials. There will be more Issei Mech commercials in the future.
Excellent.
Each more ridiculous than the last. So the screen goes completely black, and then your 3 noble logos, your noble house banners, appear on one side, and the Federated Suns banner appears on the other side. Lightning bolts separate them, and then both sides of logos like get close to the lightning and then move away. There's like sword noises, shing, shing, shing. And then we hear the familiar DBC as it does a slow transition to, "Hello, I'm James Jives, and this is day 2 of the Whittington military exercises. I'm joined by co-host Jock Swift, a local military historian. And he says, "Thanks for the introduction, James. As you know, it's been 4 years since military exercises have been held in the wake of the lake bombing. While military funding across the Draconis March may be down, vigilance has never been higher. Today, we'll be looking at an uneven matchup. Several current or former soldiers are using some of the heaviest battle mechs available and working with sworn lifelong loyalists versus a relatively new combat command led by subaltern Lucille Bordeaux. She's been expecting a promotion to lieutenant, but this exercise may be the deciding factor for her future. The objective today is to hold a mobile headquarters unit from which the subaltern is commanding her forces. 2 traditional Davinus battle mechs and an assortment of combat vehicles are there to back her up. And in the past, the Knights of the Oath of Endosteel have had a rocky time, divided on political issues, but recent word is that they're working together at unprecedented rates. Of note is their heroic escape from the ISF bombing that led to the death of Lady Hinata Ito." And then it does like a little Lady Hinata Ito memorial real quick. Then it cuts back to James Jives going, "With renewed friendship and energy, we can only hope that the local boys bring the kind of energy that their raid on Valentina showed. Barony militias have turned out, with House Hiroka fielding not 1, but 2 infantry units, 1 from House Davies and a 2nd from his Arcabian loyalists. Blend of old and new that represents Jasper Hiroka's path to the future. James, we're getting a signal that the games are almost ready to begin. Just a reminder for the folks at home, today's games are sponsored by Planetary Security and House Lafayette. Planetary Security, we're always watching. And by Jacobson Unlimited, bringing you what you need before you need it." And then James says, "Now, we'll go down to the Battlemech pilots for some pre-recorded interviews, so we can see that the 3 of you are climbing your chain ladders up to your Battlemech cockpits." As James is standing there in front of Lachlan McDougal, Lachlan is just wearing combat shorts and his cooling vest. He's got, a big microphone in your face, and he goes, "Baron
got one
McDougal."
of those big 80s helmets.
Oh yeah, no, you don't have that on yet.
Oh,
no, you have the perfect hair right now.
We don't have the Galactus helmets on yet.
You don't need those. Those are inside the mech.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't move your head while those are on, so it's not good.
Yeah, fair.
Baron McDougal, what a pleasure to be interviewing you again.
The pleasure is all mine, James.
What can you say about the political future of Whittington? It seems clear to all that you are the heir apparent to a sort of presidency of the Senate, maybe a chancellor position, perhaps an inheritor of power, as yet unseen until the Countess's adulthood.
James, I would not presume to make that declaration myself. If others think I'm fit for such a role, it would be my honor to serve. However, I am here to help push forward our political situation here in Whittington and ever make progress. Regardless of what role I end up in, progress and the people of Whittington are first and foremost.
Fine words. Now, there are thousands of people in attendance. As we can see here, stands and bleachers have been set up. You are the only person on this battlefield who has been a professional mech entertainer before. What can we expect from the upcoming match?
Oh, the people are going to have a good time, James. The people are going to have a good time.
Now, I understand that your wife was hesitant to join us today. She wanted to make sure another lake bombing didn't happen, and she and the kids are staying at home. What do you have to say to your wife at home?
I will say, Xenia, my love, I will be out there performing in your honor and in your name, for you and the kids. And of course, James, I think she made the correct decision. In these times, safety and security are paramount.
Incredible. The Knight of Romance, Lachlan McDougal. Then it cuts over to Jasper Hiroka, and he's just like, Baron Hiroka, I just wanted to catch up with a few interview questions with you.
Oh, please, go ahead.
I understand that you are piloting this Battlemech for the first time on the battlefield, and you've named it after your wife.
Correct. This is not just any Battlemech. Slaps the chassis. This is the Atlas 7D. This is the pinnacle of House Hiroka's might.
Fantastic. And what a Davian design.
I nod enthusiastically.
Okay. How do you intend to get the mixed weaponry types of the Atlas into combat against such a speedy force?
Well, it's not about how much I use, but proper applications of when.
Incredible. Wise words from a career soldier. Is there anything you would say to the planet Whittington before we enter into this combat?
I am proud to be a Whittington. Whittington is my home forever and always. You are all in my heart.
All right, it cuts over to Kuro, and he says, Baron Sapaku, if I could just have a moment of your time. James Jives here. You're muted.
Yes, of course, James.
There seems to be some trouble with the audio.
Technical difficulties. So, Baron, I wanted to ask, how do you feel about war as a game? This sort of spectacle entertainment is certainly not what a special forces soldier like yourself would be used to.
Indeed. The battle will be good training for those who have not yet faced such forces. My lance and I have battled through many battles together. However, this will be an excellent practice in having other support, as oftentimes we are on our own.
And what do you have to say to the Draconis Combine, who recently issued a death threat against you and murdered your aunt?
I have no words that are worth my time to say to them.
Wow, a chilling response from Kuro Sapaku. Vengeance in his heart. So then it cuts to another commercial break, and we see a young woman. She's wearing a new Avalon Institute of Science sweatshirt. We can see from her dorm room that there's cardboard boxes everywhere. People outside are moving in. It's cool that she just got here. She starts thumbing a picture of her parents and says, I know that you saved up your whole life to get me here, but it's so hard. I don't know anyone. It took months. And then there's a bing that a Comstar message has arrived. She starts playing it. And her mom is sitting at a table and says, look, darling, I know it must be hard because you've just arrived. So I recorded this to make sure it would get there right when you were moving in. Why don't you check underneath your package there? And the young woman goes into one of the boxes and pulls out a package, and she removes it, and we can't see the logo, but it's like a cup noodle. And the mom instructs her on how to properly cook it. The two of them sit down. Mom is watching the camera. She's watching her mom recordedly eat the noodles and tell her about her day. The girl is just crying, and then the logo of Hiroka Farm shows up. Hiroka, the taste of Whittington, will be with you wherever you are. Thank you.
These are so good.
Dude, these sound bites. I just want I want them all recorded and used in like advertisements for
like little animations of like the advertisements.
AP, if you want to, you should give me a heads up, and I can like do a little riff for you for them.
Oh my god, yes!
Like, I can do jingles. It. Yeah, I can chuck a jingle in here.
All right, come up with the Hiroka Farms one, because I'm probably gonna keep using Hiroka Farms for a while.
Yeah, I got you. I'll come up with the most fucking cheesy, pastoral, parochial, like butter churning sound I can
You're
get.
not home unless you're Hiroka Farms.
I have a 13 for initiative.
Oh, we're rolling already.
We're going right into it.
Yeah.
All right, first priority is killing this LRM carrier before someone gets lit up by an entire set of missiles again.
That sounds pretty good. I'm surprised we're going right into it without playing the Whittington National Anthem.
No, that's all.
Point.
That is all happening.
I'm surprised you don't have that
with,
ready to go.
fanfare and like fireworks.
I mean, it would
like
obviously be each of your themes would play, but then the theme of the Federated Sons Military March would play.
Yeah, what would be the Seppuku theme?
Oh,
I got a.
We are fighting. It would be go national fight. No, it'd be Fighting Dreamers, right? It's the fourth intro for Naruto. The one where the show was actually really good.
If we're choosing anime themes for our theme songs, then Lachlan is gonna choose Overtaken which is the best One Piece song.
I don't know because I don't watch One Piece.
I mean, the only one that I know is I gotta go with Neon Genesis Evangelion intro.
Oh man! Wow, you're going hardcore.
That'll do it.
Get in the Atlas, Jasper.
Jeez. Wait. Wasn't the name? It wasn't Jasper, but it was like, wasn't it Hiroka?
No, his name was Shinji.
Yeah,
that's my Shinji.
I don't know.
Is it Shinji Hiroka?
If it is, that's a really funny.
That would be pretty fucking epic.
Yeah, hell yeah, all the time.
I did. I got a 15.
Okay,
all right.
Totally missed that. I'm going first.
Wait, what? Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm placing
it's
first.
Reverse. It's reverse.
Sorry, I just played D&D yesterday, so I'm like, oh, what?
So it's 7 versus 8. I'm gonna place my mobile HQ first.
What does a mobile HQ do?
So it's your objective. If you can have a mech stand next to it for one full round, you count as having captured it. Cool. Technically, it does exactly what you think it would do. Strategically, it allows you to be like, all right, I got some weather satellites and I can see what's going on. You don't have to command from a mech cockpit, essentially.
We're not supposed to blow it up, right?
Well, all of your weapons are reduced, right? You're firing blanks out of your guns. Your lasers are all at 1% power.
I don't know what a blank AC-20 is.
I mean, it's not firing anything, right?
So question.
To be clear, the battle is being refereed from near-Earth orbit by House Lafayette, who are, they've got a couple dropships up there and some satellites, and they're watching everything.
Oh, that's
they got cool map displays that are all from war games.
They're not that cool because you have to remember this is the 1980s. So
war games
is the 1980s. Yeah, it's like so they have these crazy
NORAD looking.
Dude, it's correct. The old school pixel. Yeah. Anyway, question. So we have the Lance, right?
Yes.
What is
each of you should have forces next to your sheets.
Right. How can I reference the entire squadron versus just the Lance units?
What do you mean?
So last time we had a name of Dragon or no Tooth Lance.
That's up for you up for you to pick.
Okay.
So you could all be Fang 1 through 8, or you could come up with individual, or just use people's call signs. If you remember, you needed to come up with second call signs because you were trying to be covert.
Yeah,
but your current
this is just showtime.
This is essentially a giant game. So
wait, it was Templar,
Huntsman,
Warlock. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm changing my name in our chat so that way you can all see it.
So I guess do we want to think about this just a little bit before we start placing? Maybe we put the infantry somewhat together.
Yeah, I think the infantry and cover would be. I mean, I don't know exactly.
AP, is there anything we need to know about infantry combat and anything we should be particular?
The number of infantry you have remaining is how much damage they deal.
Got it. Okay.
They have a 3 hex range, and they can shoot at stuff in the same hex as them. The real thing you need to know is that
can they stack in the same hex or no?
Yes. The really big problem is that things like machine guns, instead of dealing 1 damage to them, deal a metric F ton of damage to them.
Yeah. Flamers do a lot too, right?
Yes, flamers are 46 damages, and machine guns are 2d6 damage. So rather than taking like 1 damage from being hit by a laser, you could conceivably lose like an entire squad.
Yeah.
From a flamer.
Okay.
So we probably don't want to keep them too close together.
So the other thing to consider is that their damage is quite high, but their skill is level 4. So they're not really good at shooting, and they'll probably die if they're in the open.
Yeah. I don't see their move speed.
Their move speed is 1.
Got it.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right,
I'm not used to, I wasn't looking for a 1 on the sheet. Okay.
So they literally can't go up hills.
Yes, they can, but they can only go up hills. That's it, right? Like they can just move up a hill. Period.
Yeah, I mean,
it would be ridiculous to say people can't go up hills.
Yeah, that's why I was confused, because it would technically take 2 movements.
Yes, they can only move 1 hex around. Period. End of story.
So what's cool? Here, let me draw a line. So we have
how many forces must be deployed right now?
How many hexes from the side?
You can deploy up to 3 hexes, and we're each deploying 1 until the very end.
All right, I'm thinking that I put 1 here. I think that's an okay, because then we can
moving them up to the cover and hills. I think makes sense.
Yeah, but that's as far in as I can place.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Something we didn't really discuss is that, are we going to be treating our infantry all separate, or should we like do a combined infantry thing or not?
Well, it might make sense for us to separate, just to help with I guess coordination, so that we're kind of the commanders of these infantry units of segments versus and then we're also moving things forward, so we're kind of moving in squadrons essentially.
We never discussed like what the general strategy for this fight is, and my idea
think Ender's Game. That's kind of how I think.
Okay. Here's the general strategy that I think we should employ. I think I want to draw them. We need to bait them away from the HQ, and then one of you goes, secures the HQ, basically the hammer, and I'll be the anvil.
Got it.
And then I'm not sure what the middle person will do. Either flex, whichever way we need.
So I think my squadron should secure, partially because I also have Anko the Raven, and just kind of to cutscene to when Anko is introduced to like everyone. I imagine Kuro like does a formal introduction to folks that haven't met her before, and you all would know that she was injured after the bombing, and only in recent months woke up and was in recovery, essentially, like trying to like get herself back up to fighting levels.
Oh yeah.
Cool. And so like as she approaches her mech, the Raven, Kuro would approach her and give her a familial like, I guess, clasp on the shoulder and say, "It is good to have you back."
She just nods and starts putting her neuro helmet on and says, "I'm not sure that I know how to use your Raven's capabilities to the fullest, but as a combat machine, functionally."
It is all that we expect. You will learn as we go.
Sick.
Awesome. Yeah. So if you guys,
yeah. But you guys were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt that with my placement. It sounds like you have do you all have a general strategy?
Yeah, I was just going to add on to that. So it sounds like Eric is going to be kind of trying to draw the fire, draw the attention, and then Anko and Eddie are going to try to kind of like press forward and like secure. So I was thinking that then I could just use the Black Knight to essentially just kind of take pot shots and try to just like move into range to cause chaos.
Yeah, you will be doing the most damage.
And that also works well is if I don't have to like aggressively push forward, I can take advantage of that sharpshooter ability as soon as I get to range, because I can just like plant and just like blast everyone.
Exactly. And you will be responsible for either helping me, like just removing the biggest threats off the board.
That's what I was thinking. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, I still think putting the conscripts where I have them still makes sense, unless you guys disagree, and we can probably let AP place.
That works for me.
You guys are in the place.
So strategy-wise, we're good. Tactics-wise, we're
yeah.
Anything I should know about the grasshopper in terms of like common tactics or good tactics? Yeah, so I know I can jump. I think where I'm gonna go is somewhere around here, and I'll start moving my way. Like, oops.
Well,
there we go. So I'll start moving my way kind of like this way.
You may want to go higher up on the map if your main thing is going to be trying to push towards the HQ.
Wait, where's the HQ? I thought this was the HQ.
No.
Nope.
No. Sorry, here it is.
It's a vehicle called the Mobile HQ.
Oh.
That is the bridge control headquarters.
Got
it's used to bring the bridge up and down.
My bad. Okay, so yeah, I'll move my way over here. I think I'm just gonna follow this tree line here. So I'll start here. And the Raven will kind of, I think will skirt along the side with me.
Starting there works fine. Think about it in terms of you can move 4 spaces every turn anywhere you want within directions, right? So as long as you're jumping, if you find a path, my suggestion after playing this guy for basically 2 fights of the jump jet mech, you kind of just start drawing a path that takes you from cover to cover.
Right. The one thing you're just going to want to be careful of, the main thing you're going to want to be careful of is you don't want to end up in a situation where you're going head to head with this awesome, because this thing is heavier than you and totally outguns you. Okay. So just be careful of that. We want to try to force the awesome to fight Eric if we can.
Mm-hmm. Remember the last thing, Eddie, for you? The last thing to remember is that jumping and heat acclimation does not reduce your movement in the same way of jump jets. So you can kind of play with that as you need to.
Got it. Okay. I also might go with the jump master or whatever.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Because I have the CP for it. I had like so much XP.
All right. I think I'm ready to drop.
Go for it.
I think I'm just gonna go kind of right into the middle here. I'm just gonna
run choose a valid facing.
No.
Yes.
I don't want it.
No, I think I'm just gonna face awkwardly. Okay.
Okay.
I think this is the path that I have.
I would love to get up into that water.
The alternative is I take the road.
If I'm gonna get to the point where I'm just gonna kind of be stationary taking shots, trying to get to the water is probably a good move. I am a little worried about this LRM carrier, but
I've placed.
Yeah, I saw that. So I'm thinking that I will go in a similar place to Eric.
You have to go next to me. Did I take your good spot? I took the good spot, didn't you?
No, I think I'm going to do this.
Oh, nice.
Because then I can go up and try to start going over towards this water while playing around in these trees.
Yep. And AP doesn't know what our plans are, so this is perfect.
Just like with the time of Total Warfare, I decided my combat strategy before this map started.
I'm playing with you. Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have a horribly unfair advantage. Okay, you guys are up.
All right, I got some infantry to place.
You need to place 2.
Let's place all the infantry and then get the Raven on the board.
Oh, you had the fire starter here, not the Raven. The sheet.
Oh, did I bring the wrong sheet?
Yeah.
But I say the model looks like the Raven.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna bring the infantry.
yeah, the model's right.
I'm ready to place both my infantry if that's cool.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think they're gonna go over here.
Cool.
I don't want them to die, but I think bridge control might be important. So
That'd be good.
Hedging my bets here.
Look, if they die in battle, as long as they go out gloriously and do some good work on the way, you know, that's all we need. Just gotta kill something as well.
I mean, they're not gonna get to the bridge until 17 turns minimum. That's running in a straight line, so I'm not that worried.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's one thing that's kind of interesting with infantry is that they move really slow. So how do you move them across the battlefield quickly?
Or you can put them in like APCs and stuff.
Yeah,
mechanized transport.
Or we could, like, in theory, like if we had
orbital drop pods.
What's her name helping us? She could just bring in all of her helicopters and then just like drop off a shitload of.
Certainly a viable tactic. All right, so we end by doing 1-1-1-1. So you guys have to place one.
Level strategy.
I think those are both your guys, Eddie, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. So Raven and the conscript. So all right. So are we kind of? So both Grasshopper and Raven can move. Raven can jump 6 spaces. And the Grasshopper can move and jump 4. Do we want to like move them into cover there and then have the infantry units kind of hold the back, or do we want to wait for the infantry to move forward before we like make a charge? Is one question I have. So like give the infantry time to move forward and then like kind of leapfrog them.
My worry is that if we do too much of that, we're just going to end up getting peppered by LRMs for 4 turns. And then by the time we get into any kind of fighting range, we're all just pieced up from getting hit with missile after missile.
Okay,
my suggestion is to use your rifles to reinforce you as you're battling. They show up and you try to bait people back into them. They are a defensive tactic, obviously, given their range and skill set.
Right. Okay.
Someone who has more experience at infantry. We'll leave that to the Discord next week. Okay.
I look forward to the advice.
Let's roll in for tactical initiative.
Don't let 15. Us down. Oh, that's a great roll. That's also a good roll.
With a +5, so that is a 16.
Okay. I'm moving first. I will not move my mobile HQ.
Okay. So do you want to do like a flying V? So the center moves first?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine with me. Do you want to go first then, Eric?
Yeah, I'll go first. No problem then. Alice will move 5 straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I run 5.
Nice over here.
Thank you. Now that I'm running, not jumping, we'll calculate.
I'm going to basically make the exact same move as you did, Eric, only in my direction.
I mean, that's kind of the ideal.
Red 2.
Definitely not bad.
I'm kind of debating if I should run the Grasshopper or
Jumpy.
Or jump.
You should jump.
The LRM carrier does not move.
Classic.
Can LRM carrier can shoot like without having line of sight, right? Or is
yes,
that like
so
direct fire.
It requires a spotter normally, but these guys have been trained in oblique attacker, which means they can take a penalty and fire as long as they have a general idea.
Good stuff.
So I also have all our LRMs. like oblique attacker specifically, like an
yeah, it's an SPA.
Okay.
Yep.
I wouldn't, and we don't have any kind of line of sight right now because they're hiding behind that hill.
Correct. You might be able to see the bulldog, but only if there's less than 3 trees between.
If the raven were to jump up onto the top of this hill, would they be able to see any of them?
Which hill?
Right here.
Currently, no, but something might change.
Okay.
And we're only at the beginning of.
Well, why don't you let me move first? Because you want to just be a little careful about putting the raven out in the open like that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm going to be activating the Ghost ECM anyway, but
that's going to be tough because she's a 4/5. Her piloting skill's 5, which means she's going to have to make a really good roll to activate it.
Gotcha. Either way. Yeah, I mean, you should definitely go first. That was the idea at the beginning. Center first and then the sides.
Well, who's moving on your guys' side? Because I've not moved twice.
Templar. It's your move.
Sam, you're muted.
Sorry, I was just saying, I was just making sure that I wanted to do what I was doing. All right, so I'm just going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the woods. That's right? I didn't use anything. And then, so I will do a red 2, I believe. Yes, red 2. Oh, hold on. Dum, dum, dum.
Okay. Bulldog will not move.
Classic.
All right.
Classic bulldog. Remember, we can't. If you really don't want to move, like one of your, I don't know what you're thinking, Eddie, but just don't forget that if you do want to like go later in the order, we always can move infantry.
That's true. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and just move the conscripts. So I'll move this guy over here.
My infantry platoon does not move.
You want to move your
just a heads up, Eddie. It's fine if you find moving those ones, but those I think were mine.
Oh well, I know I tossed one down. So that was
mine.
So
I'll just move yours.
No, mine. This is purple, I think, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
would infantry be considered moving with a green die for walking?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
So I will.
I guess, do we even really need to mark the infantry because they're always going to have the same?
Yes.
Yeah, I think marking them that they moved is important.
Oh,
yeah,
good point.
For
Good
everyone
point.
to keep track. My second infantry platoon does not move.
Are we at moving 2 now or no?
Not yet. There needs to be 4 of your units remain. Oh, we're at that point. Yes.
Yep,
then yes, you need to move 2.
Okay. I'll move both my infantry if no one else.
Go for it. Yeah.
I think that way we can let Eddie go last.
Grasshopper and Raven can go last.
Heroic and conscripts move.
At this point, there's someone typing up a comment saying, "You need to buy an APC." And thank you for that person.
Spend all my money on the Atlas.
Yeah, understood.
Can you buy APCs with XP?
Yes, they're combat vehicles, just like any other.
What about those
I thought that
fancies?
we have to be salvaging them to buy them with XP.
No, you can buy them. It's just expensive.
It's just way more expensive.
With XP. Yeah.
My infantry can't use those fancy SUVs that they bought.
If you would like to see how an SUV is, I mean, you would need to have a fleet of SUVs, and like one laser would be able to sweep the field and take them all out.
Yeah,
they are not armored. The Atlas runs up the hill for no bonus.
Be awesome.
Yes, that's the correct word. All right,
Eric,
you guys need to move.
See the chat?
One. Don't be fooled at home. There is no chat. Oh, you guys are group chatting. I see.
I don't remember. I know mechanically what it does, but I don't.
Oh, that helps me. But
I think it was a 2-pointer, but
oh, sweet. Okay, well then
you gotta look in the book. I don't know for sure.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't write it down.
That actually saves me a lot of XP.
Oh yeah, no, here it is. This is literally verbatim.
Sweet.
But I don't have the price for you.
That's all right. All right. I just wanted to make sure I had that so that way I could reference it if I need to. Cool. Okay, so it is now my turn. So I'm gonna have the Raven jump over to here. So it's a jump, so that's a blue die, is that correct? Yeah.
Yep.
Jump.
Yeah.
And they jump
Move 4 hexes.
4 hexes.
No, it's not a
No, I don't think it's a 4. So you're gonna be a 1 because you moved 4 hexes, right?
You get a second because you jumped. So
Okay, so 2 + 2. Ah, right. I see that at the bottom.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know the distance.
Okay, so just be aware that the Raven is not in PPC range of the awesome yet, but it's just outside.
Very close.
And they can see each other. So they both have trees covering each other.
No, it's good.
Yeah, next turn you may want to advance very carefully.
Well,
yeah, I think.
Real quick, remember the obfuscation of trees and vision rules. So if you can draw a line between 3 trees, then you are considered obscured.
Here's the kicker to that. If the awesome remains in that uphill position, only the trees are in and that are directly in front of you will count.
Correct. So there's that though.
It's gonna be real tough for the Raven across this battlefield.
Yeah.
It's all right. Maybe the Raven's
Lady Anko just has to hope that the Raven is not the top priority target.
But yeah, we already knew that. That's why we need to make Eric top priority target.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, which means I have to give them easy hits on me.
You're 18 away from me. We're max range. We're gonna take a shot at each other.
I can't give them easy hits.
I believe that I need to move my enforcer then, and that will end my turn. 1, 2.
Excuse me.
The LRM range.
Yo, would we like to concentrate our fire while we fucking play the lottery, trying to hit anything at this range, or should we just kind of do what we want?
I'm thinking that, that's a good question. My first instinct is to say that if we can, we target biggest first, which would be the awesome.
Let's see.
In my opinion, the priority targets, if I was just going to list them off the top of my head and just to see what you guys think, I would say LRM carrier is number 1, awesome is number 2, and then a toss-up between the Bulldog and the Enforcer.
I mean, if we can whittle down the Enforcer quickly, that would just get another piece off the map.
I'm just not anticipating whittling it down that quickly because we're far away and it has decent armor.
That's true. I mean, my LRMs can definitely reach. I don't think my large lasers can't yet. So my grasshopper would definitely. Okay, so is my move, by the way?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna make it interesting and have my grasshopper move here. Does that make sense for folks?
Yeah. Time to shoot some stuff. Right? You didn't have any more to move.
Is he?
Oh, wait. Oh, you're just measuring.
AP, I have a question. A roll question.
Yep.
What about when you're on the ground looking up? How does tree cover affect visibility?
Same way.
So the only tree that would affect visibility of an enforcer is the one that it's in
front of it. Yes.
Sure. Oh yeah, I can draw a line, I guess, through that one as well. Yes. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So for the enforcer, you have a direct line of sight to it.
Right.
Only the tree that it's in count.
Check. Thank you.
Just to kick this things off and to spike the fear of Lachlan McDougall, the LRM carrier is going to indirectly fire on the Black Knight. So Oblique Attacker gives it a -1 to hit. Indirect fire gives it a +1 to hit. It's firing at long range, and its skill is 3 because they're very skilled crewmen. 3 + 4 for range is 7, 8, 9, and it's firing 3 bursts of LRM 20s.
Did you count my trees?
You're correct. That will bring it up to 10.
Kuro, as we're approaching, and as he lands on the top, says,
"Show me what you've got."
Show me your moves.
That works. And all of them hit. All 20 missiles hit.
What?
Yep.
Jesus.
Ace hit. Ace. Incredible. First roll. 5 hit your right torso.
Hold on. I'm going to use a plot point, and you're going to have to re-roll that.
Which part?
I would like...
The cluster roll, maybe. Actually, I don't know.
No, I mean, I can make you re-roll the whole thing, can't I?
No,
Let's see here.
I don't think so. I think you have to choose what part that you roll. You can
Force an opponent to re-roll any 1 dice.
Any one die.
That's what a plot point will buy you. And just know that when you do a plot point, I get 1.
So
Any one dice. That's not grammar.
I said anyone die.
Oh.
Theoretically, there should be like a kind of like a check process where it's like the attack roll goes, are we good? Yes, okay. Then cluster roll goes, are we good? But like we kind of like bash it all together, right?
That's correct. We do it quicker just because
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we're streaming.
I was out of character. Right. Of course. We don't want to be here for 7 years.
So I want to spend the plot point and have you re-roll the 6.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Okay, it misses. It's just the first attack, though.
Yep.
Second misses. The third. So I think what happens is a huge scattering of missiles starts igniting all of the trees around you. The trees are giving their little lives for you. The third pack is coming dead on for you, and you use your street smarts to dodge and weave between them. Like you use a tree to bat a few missiles out of the air, and they explode on the tree. That represents the plot point being used. Because otherwise you would be showered in missiles right now.
I think
you're just abusing non-destructible terrain in this video game.
Terrain is very destructible.
There's a fence in front of you just eating all of them.
Oh, okay. Come on, this isn't Hell Let Loose.
I think since James Jives is recording all this, it's beaming out to everyone. We hear Lachlan in the cockpit just being like, yeah, right, you motherfuckers, no chance you're gonna fucking get me.
and I kind of imagine the virtual cheers of just everyone in the stadium just "Ah, he lifted a fucking tree, oh my god,
I'll show you how we motherfucking do it Solaris style.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Yes, as we've gone over, I think maybe this is a very, very interesting for the people of Whittington. I don't know that they've ever gotten recordings of Lachlan in cockpit before.
They definitely
a totally different person.
There's probably they've gotten Lachlan's one Solaris battle over and over again. That horse is dead, and it's the one where you lost all your armor and had to join the Galahad cooperative in order to.
Right. Yeah, so people are used to a slightly different Lachlan McDougall than the raving madman.
Are we indicating that there are in cockpit cameras transmitting your faces?
I feel like this.
Yeah, it's literally a video game, right? In the corner, it's all
the subaltern then is sitting at a table. She's pointing at people do this. All right, have him fire. And then we get Lachlan who's screaming like a madman on the other side of the screen.
Awesome.
You all get a chance to fire now.
Who wants to go first?
I will, if you want.
Go for it.
I'll chuck some LRM 20s at this enforcer.
Okay.
I'm going to be hitting on what's called terrible.
Yeah, you have a lot of penalties to this.
Or so gunnery's 2, move 2, so it's 4. Long range is another 4. And then whatever the enforcer does. I'm already at 8. That's 10, and then 11s, right, with the enforcer in the woods.
Yep.
So I'm hitting on 11s. All right, 2d6. What do you know? That's not gonna be good enough.
Not gonna do it.
I'm fine with that.
The sloping hill in front of the enforcer eats all of the fire as it, but the missiles arc and just end low. Oh, you need a note thing? Okay.
Yeah, I'll retract my ammo.
Yeah. I don't literally carry a billion pieces of ammo like the LRM carry. Its only purpose is to shower people with LRMs. The Awesome is going to fire 3 PPCs at the Black Knight.
As you do.
So the Awesome is a veteran pilot as well. He's a 3-4. So he's starting at 3. He ran, brings him up to 5, 6, 7. Plus 4 for long range. He can't make it. It's going to be a 13 at the minimum. All right, so he doesn't fire.
Alrighty.
But you see the tips of the PPCs start to glow in the process in a way that seems very ominous.
The thing is, though, I'm a better pilot than him. Yeah. I can shoot my PPC at him at this range.
Sure. What are you hitting, 11 or 12?
I think a little bit lower than that, actually. So because I can't hit the enforcer, I don't think. So I start at 2, plus 4 for long range is 6, plus 2 for running is 8.
Plus 0 because he didn't move enough.
Plus 0 because he didn't move enough. So just 8.
The tree.
Okay, 9.
Okay.
Dang, that's way better than I actually thought it was.
Yeah, his not having a defensive bonus really hurts him.
Doesn't matter if I roll a 4. Oh, but that's a 12 on the crit roll.
Dude,
I would like to re-roll with an edge point.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just re-roll the red dice. No.
I won't do it.
That's fair.
That's a man who really wanted to hit in the head, and
so close.
If I had hit that thing in the head with a PPC, that's real bad.
Yeah, 12 would have been instant head destruction. You take a deep breath and you use all of your street smarts and you line up a long range shot to hit the Awesome, and you set a tree on fire brilliantly with a whip of lightning right in front of the Awesome.
Just a seagull just gets destroyed.
You see feathers like
Oh,
the lightning would be thicker than the seagulls. So,
yeah, that's fair.
Well, there wouldn't be anything left.
Close shot, Templar.
I don't have anything else to
fire. A bit to the
fire.
left, and that motherfucker would be gone.
You all have anything else you want to do?
Well, I mean, I think I have a shot with my LRMs for sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
You have an LRM 5-pack, right? Yeah, just chuck it at him. Just chuck the confetti.
So, question for you, because it's been a while since I've done the math. I know I've been watching everyone do the math, but I'm like, what? It's been so long.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so help me out here. So I have the Jump Master, which gives me, so it means I have a +1 versus a +3. Or
yeah. So what I like to do is I like to start at my base, being like, what did I move, and what's my base gunnery, and what's the range that I'm shooting at, and then ask AP what's the bullshit in my way, right?
Okay.
So the things you have to worry about is what's your starting number.
Right. So my starting number is 3.
Cool.
My gunnery is 3.
How much did you move?
I moved 4 spaces, jumping.
You jumped.
Yeah. So I jumped. And then I have Jump Master. So that's.
So normally when you jump, so you start at 3. When you jump, you got an additional 3. You're a Jump Master, so you're subtracting 2 from that.
I think it's called Jumping Jack.
Jumping Jack. Yeah.
Jumping Jack.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I got Melee Mastery and Jumping Jack. Sorry. Yeah. So you're right now you're at 4. What's the range you're shooting at?
Long range for sure.
Long range.
Long range for sure. So you're at 8.
Okay.
And which mech are you shooting at?
This is the Grasshopper shooting at. So the Awesome, we said we're gonna try to focus.
I think take your pick because we haven't hit either of them, but I think you're shooting at the awesome at an 8 and you'd be shooting at the enforcer at a 9. So you probably want to go for
No, the
awesome.
Enforcer would be much higher.
Oh, okay. Well,
You'd
then
have to go
trees
through
in front
2
of him?
units of trees, and the Enforcer has a defensive bonus.
in that case, you should definitely shoot the awesome.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go for the awesome.
Okay.
I was considering going for the LRM character, but I don't think we have eyes on it yet.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, hitting on 8s hitting on 8 for the awesome.
No, it should be 9, right?
9.
Because of cover.
I think it's 9.
So you have it right, but the awesome, it's not the awesome's movement that matters there. It's more that the awesome's in tree cover.
Sure.
This tree is blocking it, right?
I thought we
Or-
counted. Apologies.
No.
So long range, it adds 3. Or
Correct.
sorry, it adds
That's 4.
4.
So
that makes it 8. Yeah. So then +1. for
3.
cover. Got
yeah,
it. So
right.
hitting on 9s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Update.
Yeah, no, that's
So it's
it.
the right arm. What's the damage?
It's been so long.
It's a cluster roll. It's an LRM 5.
Oh, what is he firing? LRM
It's
5?
LRM 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hit
So
with the
what's the
minimum possible number of missiles.
So 1.
One missile in its right arm.
All right, we'll
which
take
does-
it.
Melt a little bit of paint.
Hell
can
yeah.
take
Good
that.
job, dude.
We can take that.
First contact.
Is that,
First contact.
that's 1 damage?
Yeah.
I mean, out of 5, right? So there. Oh, is it 1 damage per missile?
Yes, and only
Okay.
one of them hit.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because your cluster roll was absolute
Yeah.
trash.
LRM 5s are basically trash.
Yeah,
Would
they're
it
not
be?
good.
Oh, okay.
Unlike
Well-
SRMs. Like, I'll take an SRM too. Whatever.
Get that one-shot SRM launcher.
Get a
I've
Thunderbolt.
only seen one mech that has it, but you can technically take them. They literally just have the missiles in the tubes with no reload. That's it.
Works for me.
So now movement, right? I don't think we got anything else I can shoot.
No,
We need to do
we're
heat
done in
calculations
yeah,
and then
and
remove
Alright.
our dice.
tactics.
All right, so the awesome is going to build a little bit of heat because it built 30 plus run, which is 2, so 32.
No,
so-
it didn't get to shoot. Remember?
Oh, you're right. So in fact, the awesome is pretty
So
cool.
awesome doesn't worry about it. I don't have to worry about my heat.
Neither do
Yeah.
I go up to 12 and back down to 0.
Vehicles don't build heat. Neither.
I go to like 4. I go to negative 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I go to -8 theoretically.
Raven, and maybe I don't know.
No. The,
Grasshopper's
Raven didn't
fine.
shoot.
the grasshopper dissipates 22. The raven dissipates 12.
God, Grasshopper's a great mech. Damn,
So let's
Yeah, it
remove
is
our
a nice
movement
little
dice.
guy.
you just got to get in. You got to get in range.
Yeah, just look
You're-
at the mediums.
Once you get all
Yeah.
those medium
Once you get those
lasers,
medium late, yeah, you're just gonna be just pumping out.
We can see that local military historian Jacques Swift is narrating the battle, indicating what's happening, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, was that LRM hit good? Let's zoom in and do an instant replay on that action, James. Yep, looks like one missile clipped the awesome's right arm. Someone's taxpayer money is gonna go to fixing that one."
It's a transatlantic accent.
Excellent. I love it.
God damn it.
Tactics.
Then they cut to a commercial break.
Oh,
And what we get is a young African man, tight dreadlocks. He's wearing like a tank top. He's very muscular, and he says, "It's about spirituality." And then like a second person in a slightly different place. Now they're in a training dojo. It's a young Caucasian woman who's like holding a wooden sword, and she says, "It's about strength." And then it's a Chinese man. He's doing a handstand on a rock that's in between a raging waterfall. And he says, "It's about balance." And it just keeps going through like a dozen different people. And at the end, it's a picture of Kurosapaku. And it says, "It's about training. Join us. Spaku Dojo." That's it. That's the whole commercial.
Excellent.
I know you were
like
expecting more, but
No, that's
Kuro's
perfect.
business is
pretty good.
really straightforward. So
Build a better future for yourself.
let's roll. What I should have said is let's get down to business.
Ah.
To defeat the Huns.
Oh my god. I love it. Sorry, 1 second.
Wait, hold on. In this mock battle scenario, are we the invaders?
Yes.
Are we the baddies?
Yes.
Are we the Huns?
You don't have skulls on your. I have skulls on my armor.
You have a skull on your helmet.
That's a 15 on the die.
Okay.
Or on
That
the
is
roll.
super duper loose.
Good.
I'm rolling really well for these tactics, so let's hope this.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Mobile HQ does not move.
I mean, it's a mobile HQ and it doesn't move. Come on, AP. This is so unrealistic.
I'm thinking we gotta start going conscripts first for a little while because I'm like heavily debating whether I want the Black Knight to move at all so that I can use this
That's
sharpshooter
fair.
ability.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Yeah, keep moving.
Unless one of you guys has something, I will just go ahead and move my conscripts up and run.
Sounds
Go
good.
for it, dude.
LRM carrier doesn't move.
They're definitely in a turtle. So I mean, right now they're probably not going to be doing a lot of movement. We're going to be doing most of the advancement, I suspect.
Sounds
guys are
like
up.
it.
I'll go ahead and move my conscripts up. Oh
Okay.
wait,
Infantry platoon doesn't move. You guys are up.
Are we? We're not at 4, right?
That's correct. Not yet.
All right. Conscript A moves 1.
The platoon does not move. You guys are up.
Conscript B moves for me.
Yes. All right. Bulldog does not move, and now you guys need to move 2.
Yeah.
I'm
ready to roll. You ready?
yeah, that would be good if you got something. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck
Atlas
I
runs
want
5.
to do here.
Did you account for moving into the trees as a +1?
Fuck. Atlas does not move 5.
You can move there and then turn if you
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, I will do that and then rotate. You sons of jerks.
I could move the grasshopper up.
Don't forget your movement die.
Yeah, I know. I'm just counting the number. It's 4, and 4 is only on 1.
So-
That's what I thought.
Templar, or
Yep.
Templar, how's your situation?
that's basically that's Kuro asking like, do you want to move first before I go, or do you want the grasshopper to move forward? Because that would put me in PPC range. I have armor, so I'm not terribly worried about that. But it also moves me in front of the Raven, which is kind of my goal. Oh, at the end of
Are you planning on moving?
one thing we forgot to do is at the end of the Raven's turn, or the end of the phase, they would have tried to activate the ECM,
Okay.
which is a
Oh,
2d6
yeah, that's a
rate
thing.
piloting check.
Okay,
Right.
so you are turning the EWAR into Ghost Mech, so it's going to lose its ECM function, which means that you can be detected on sensors again.
Oh, so does that allow like the LRM to be able to shoot it and stuff like that?
Correct. If the ECM is turned on in a bubble around the Raven, anything within 3 hexes will be untargetable.
Never mind. I think I'm just gonna leave that on.
Okay.
The LRM kind of scares me.
Okay, so I think like you don't really get an answer from Lachlan. He's just like, you just get like some like grunting as he's like getting. I'm imagining he's like getting back out through these like collapsing trees, like just like dealing with the
Yeah,
aftermath of like a million missiles just blowing up the woods
They're
around
only
him.
60, but yeah, it does look real bad.
Okay, I'm sorry, only 60 missiles,
Yeah.
AP.
Ooh, actually, the Black Knight would have been targetable.
Right, but you had told me you were putting it in Ghost Mech mode. Means it would have had to been turned off.
Well, no, because during the shooting phase, the ghost mode happens after the shooting phase, if I recall.
Correct,
right?
but you have to say, I'm turning it off. My understanding was you were going into this battle with Ghost Mech on. It just
Oh, I see.
would not
Okay.
have made a difference at any point.
It's
Now
fine.
you're
Yeah.
so are you leaving it off for now? You're just going to have it in ECM mode?
Yeah, because I think the
Okay.
LRM is
All
the
right,
scary
then
thing.
within
for
the
a lot of
3
folks.
hex around the Raven, they can't get a good sensors lock to oblique you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so if possible, I would like to be able to stay in the Raven's range. So maybe let me know where you're going to move the Raven so that I can move accordingly.
Yeah, let me know too.
Yeah. Each bit of cover is a
Fuck you.
cumulative +1, right?
Yes.
Damn. Okay. Thank you.
Well, the
It's
Raven, I think.
Just remember, with the elevation differences, only the one that you're in and the one.
I know,
adjacent.
but I was eyeing the bulldog, and
Okay.
that's not gonna hunt.
The bulldog is in a pretty good defensive
Yeah,
location.
that's not gonna hunt for me at all.
So.
Appreciate it.
Ooh.
I think if you're going to move the grasshopper, you should move it now.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, so
I'm happy, bro.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think the best option is to move there. That way I'm still in the woods. I want to move there, maybe there.
Can you not get to there?
No, I only have jump 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Could you get there running? No, definitely not. Yeah, I think that works then. Because moving 3 and 4 is the same thing.
1, 2. Yeah.
So yeah, those
So-
are probably
so
your best
there.
bet.
Yeah, my thinking was that I'd have 2. I'd potentially have 2 forests in front of me there.
But you would only
here.
get the benefit from the one because
got it.
They're above you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, grasshopper is going to move here, still in the range of, and go like that. So they're gonna.
That's not it. There we go.
All right, let's see if they move these suckers.
Why do you need mechs when you can just have 17 LRM carriers?
The awesome blocks 1 step forward.
That was gonna happen there.
You guys are up.
Okay, so if I stay still, I can use my special ability.
Sharpshooter.
So, oh,
Now I believe that means you can only use
One shot.
one shot.
But I'm only in range of one thing anyway.
Correct.
So this may be the moment to do that. But I
think that's fair.
You better hope that that Raven stays within range of you, because if you don't move and the LRM carrier can hit you, you're gonna get absolutely fucked.
yeah. So my goal is to essentially keep the Raven as far back as they can, and in cover. So we just have to make sure that the concentration fire is on us two versus the Raven, right? For like the PPC. So like if we swap, the Raven could move there into the woods that you're in, and you can move forward.
Just know that then the Raven is not covering the grasshopper.
All right, no, because I still do
Correct.
want to get into the water at some point. So I'm just going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then turn for 5.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So if you can put the Raven somewhere that it would cover me in the bubble, then that'd be great. But if not, I guess that's how it is.
Does that hill give me any kind of cover?
No, not even slightly.
If I were to like drop down?
Yes.
If you were right here,
sorry,
it would give you cover. Yeah.
Yes.
If you were right here, it would give you cover, and it would block your legs.
Yes. I'm sure James will tell me something about terrain elevation differences, but for now I'll say yes.
Okay.
Because I can't remember. I haven't played Battletech in like a month. It's been really, really rough trying to get a show together, actually. My channel right now is basically only Rogue Trader.
Oh yeah.
I feel bad because I was the one who caused us to cancel last week.
It still would have only been
that's not
Battletech,
you.
though. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
There's a lot of sickness and a lot of stuff going around. So
it's unfortunate.
So with the Enforcer not moving, you need to choose where you're going to move that Raven.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think if I move down here, I would be able to cover both of us again, or even
Correct.
like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I'm going to do that.
Are you jumping or walking? You may want to. Does the Raven jump?
Yeah, the Raven
right.
jumps. So jumping would give me an extra bonus, right?
Yeah, so it's probably worth it.
So I'll jump again. And is it just a 2?
Jumping.
You didn't
would
jump
give
far
you,
enough to make it matter, so it's
It
just
would be
a 1.
0 plus 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's still better than 0.
Yeah, I'm just putting my dice out there because I forgot.
Okay.
I like how like the entire left side is just leaping. Like there's the
The Atlas is being lit up with all kinds of targeting indicators right now.
Good. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted.
Incoming fire. Huntsman, brace yourself.
Let's see what that new pretty little Atlas can do.
I can't get over the fact that it's named after his wife. So any comment that you make along those lines, I'm just like, but that's his wife, dude.
Oh no!
Look,
yeah,
in subtle psychological warfare, AP cannot damage Tamari.
Oh man!
Damn, got me there.
No, I mean actually, that's a fair point with like a local Whittington battle where everyone just loves
You're gonna
Tamari.
feel really bad when that Atlas explodes in this battle.
Yeah,
What? How is that possible?
I'm just gonna punch him in the head until he explodes.
it's true. I mean, I'm gonna get PPC right in the dome.
Speaking of
That's
PPC, awesome firing on Black Knight.
What? Not me?
Yeah, Black Knight.
All right.
He's right there,
Okay.
right now, punching like a drunken rider.
All right, cool, man.
Still gonna be a long range.
14. Sure. You're 14 hexes.
Medium
Yeah, you're long
medium
range.
is 12. Yeah.
Okay, so 3, 4 for moving, 5 for your tree, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm trying to hit 3 10s. Oh,
Not bad. It's close.
Didn't think.
No.
Didn't,
Nothing. Good. That's a lot of heat he built out for nothing too.
3 lightning whips. Fire past you. One of them hits the water, and the water just evaporates into steam.
Lachlan opens up his comms to the other pilot and is just like, "Hey, in the future, you may want to try hitting me, not all around me."
I feel like the commentators are like, "Oh,
They
the
are.
other team
but
is throwing some shade."
You're fighting professional soldiers, so they do not open up communications with you.
Yeah, this is definitely.
But
like
I'm just like
Solaris.
beaming it out. Right?
Yes, I understand,
can
but
send it.
there's no response, right?
Yeah,
They're not here
sure.
to taunt you. They're real soldiers.
I can't help but
They're not
smile.
entertainers like yourself.
I can't help but smile thinking that this whole battle is happening in some like wildlife refuge.
Wow, that's so fucked. So fucked.
Oil was discovered after the battle underneath.
Oh no! It was the Alaskan wildlife.
Supply of
bird.
germanium.
Oh
jeez.
Jesus!
That's
for
the
the
Atlas shooting.
non-Americans, that's like the last wildlife refuge.
You guys are up.
not been topped.
Who wants to go first?
I mean, I can check my LRM 20s if no one else has a better idea. I kind of want to see what this PPC does, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna shoot my PPC when it's time,
LRM-20s?
but why don't you go first with the Atlas?
Are you sure? Because like, I mean, if you expose something with a PPC, my missiles might
You know
be
what?
a little more
That's
spicy.
actually a much better idea. Yes, you're absolutely right. All right, I will take a shot at the Atlas. I'm sorry, at the Awesome.
Thank you. No friendly fire, please.
14 away. We already calculated that, so I'm starting at 6. I ran for 8, and then
Cover, right?
he's got cover for 9. I think that's it.
9's not the worst.
Okay.
Alrighty, 2d6. That's an 8. Oh no, that's a 9. I'm bad at math.
Correct.
Was that a correct that he's bad at math or?
9 location table 2
It's
though.
the center torso through armor critical, and you get a crit on it.
Whoa, that's
Wait.
good.
No, wait, what?
Yeah.
What's going on? Oh, that's the cluster roll. I'm sorry, it's been
Correct.
so long. I'm like, what? Okay. No,
That's
wait.
awesome.
No, location is 2.
Yes,
Yes,
center
which is
torso critical.
Critical.
That says left side. Maybe I should. I'm sorry. You're right. That's a critical, and that's a through. That's a single crit though.
Yes.
Oh god.
So you're firing at the awesome. How much damage?
I believe PVCs do 10 flat. Correct. Yep.
Pretty bad. You get through a flaw in the armor.
Wow.
Probably someplace that's going to be really bad for me. 4-1 is a gyro, so yeah, it is really bad for me.
Oh, no, are you gonna do a piloting check?
Right before like this happens, like Lachlan said the whole thing about trying to hit him. He's just like, "Watch this! I'll show you how it's done right here."
Shabam.
So
it's like dead center torso. It's like,
Nice shot, Templar.
Shit.
That's really bad.
I'm gonna use that plot point you gave me earlier
Good choice.
to avoid fall.
You snake died it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Good choice.
So the awesome takes the hit and it exposes the gyro system inside, which to be clear is not like a rotating counterbalancing ball of some kind, but it's a electronic device. And you blow away part of it, and a smoking hole. The pilot like struggles for a moment, and then he remembers, you know, the hard streets that he grew up on. He does that thing where his right foot goes out and just the toe makes like a crescent shape.
yeah.
And he brings the mech back under control as he struggles to face towards you again.
He moves into horse stance.
No shit. This guy's actually pretty good. This guy's got some skills. Okay.
He's saying to the rest of his lands, he's just like, I took a little damage. It's gonna be tough to stay up now, but I'm good. He's in my range now. He smiles slightly.
And then missiles fly. No,
Yeah, missiles are flying. It's LRM carrier time versus the Atlas, and it's a 9 to hit.
No fear.
Miss.
Yeah, these are all garbage. So many
Yeah,
ones.
that was really bad. Wow.
Once
fear.
again, the trees eat
I can't shoot Tamari.
the souls of all the missiles. You're looking at pines exploding all over the place. The beautiful woodlands are being hit by these low-powered dummy warheads and just shredding.
And there's nothing but smoke clouds, and through it is just the fucking skull mask of the Atlas.
Right
So
before
good.
this,
Oh,
we
the
got
crowd
like, one of
probably
those-
cheers when you walk through and there's not even paint damage.
Yep.
Right before this, we got like this nice little idyllic shot with like a little bird in a nest, like tweeting, and then just.
Yeah, exactly. I imagine there are drones like flying around the battlefield, like surrounding our mechs, and we just see like the scattering of birds as like the shrieking of missiles fly.
Drones wouldn't be able to operate near the Raven.
Yeah, man. I got
That's
it.
true.
No, yeah, right. There's a smoke, and there's that tension in the air. You don't know what happened to the Atlas, and then you just hear like the thunk of the feet, and then through it, like you hear the skull comes through, and then because this is like recorded for TV and stuff, they hear it's
Hear
so
the
good.
whine of its movement.
Freaking awesome.
Every step
Right.
it takes, the whole camera's.
I'm one hex away from being able to shoot the awesome with my laser.
Thump.
All right, come on now. All right, 1980s, get out of here.
All right.
All right.
Who's
Everyone
up?
knows we only listen to Sleemow around here.
Sleemo's not invented yet, though.
You're right, and I'm the one that normally has to say that.
We're not yet, though. I'm gonna chuck some shit at the awesome. I was originally gonna do the enforcer, but so
Yeah,
I believe that's 11s again, right? Nothing else.
You're firing at
right?
which one? The enforcer?
No, the awesome.
Okay, so what's your starting to hit?
Sorry, my starting to hit is 3,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh, it's
11.
Sorry, my piloting is 3, gunnery is 2.
Okay, then you're looking at 10.
Yeah, that makes okay. So 1 less than what it was before last time.
All units focus on the awesome.
All right, pens.
I goofed. I could have shot my large laser.
I'm gonna re-roll that too.
Are you using
Choice.
edge or are you using a plot point?
You get 2, right?
Edge if you have it, because remember, plot points go to
I will
to
edge.
EP.
I will edge it.
Just a reminder, if you die from having to eject from a mech or damage and you don't have any edge left, you die for real. So you could, if you run out of edge, you could die in this practice battle, which would be really dramatic.
It would be so
Damn it, AP,
funny.
don't tell me the odds.
It would be
Okay,
funny.
use your edge. Nope.
Oh my god, dude! I had a 12.
Yeah, that sucks.
Would have been an incredible hit.
Okay.
I mean, there's no chance you would have penetrated the armor like that, but
Yeah, but still,
good shot.
rattling the head is always
oh,
good.
limb blown off. Yeah, never mind. It would have been absolutely fucking horrible. Ripping its arm off is really, really bad for it. I think the Enforcer can fire on the Black Knight.
Probably.
15. You're right at the edge of its auto.
God. Oh, I had it.
Oh, and the large laser. Okay, 3. It didn't move, so it just says your it starts at 3 plus 4 for max range is 7. Your trees bring it up to 8, and your movement brings it up to 9. So I'm gonna fire autocannon and large laser. 9/9. No, and you didn't give me a plot point either, because this would have been a pretty good shot. Okay, that is a 9.
That'll do it.
You take a hit in the right torso for 1 large laser's worth of damage, which I think is
So 8, I believe?
Yep.
Yeah. You said right torso?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Question actually about this, and this is just bigger picture. Will we have to pay XP to repair our mechs after this battle?
It's being paid. First off, this damage is mostly hypothetical. And
Jacobson's paying for it.
And House Lafayette, Public Security are covering it, and the Federated Sons military budget.
Cool.
Not coming out of pocket.
I thought this was brought to you by Jacobson Unlimited.
Yes, Jacobson Unlimited is bringing you the broadcast. They're also paying for part of this
they're
exercise.
bringing the broadcast.
Yes, they're sponsoring the. Yes.
Got it. Right. You said it was Lafayette.
The funds are being covered by numerous, like all the nobles.
All the advertisements that we're seeing throughout, like that's all funding this battle.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Cool, awesome.
You're also being funded partially by the Draconis Combine and their new anime, My Mech is My Wife, 3 question marks.
Oh my god.
Oh god. All right, we're moving, right? Oh no, heat.
Yeah, we need to do heat unless anyone else needs to fire.
I need to fire.
Oh, you haven't shot?
Yes.
I have my LRM, yeah.
Oh shoot. Cool.
Yeah, the LRM 5. It's gonna be the game changer.
Hey man, I've already hit the first blood. All right, I had to adjust my armor because it was all like set to the Raven or something like that, so it was atrocious. All right, so yeah, Grasshopper is gonna launch. I'm just out of range with my large laser, so I think I can only fire my LRM. So I'm gonna do it at the awesome there, which I believe is now 1 harder because they moved, correct or no?
No,
they didn't move enough.
So it's still hitting on 9s.
Yeah, it should be the exact same.
They're in trees this time, so yes.
Oh, they weren't in trees last time. Okay.
But they had 1 cover from the trees.
They still had the tree cover, so it should be
right.
Should be pretty similar.
Oh.
They dissipate on the Enforcer.
So that's what I'm gonna say.
Do I want to re-roll that?
Your call.
I haven't used any edge yet.
Yeah, me and you each have 3, but don't forget it's 3 for the whole battle now, not just for the episode.
Oh right.
They're only in the opening rounds.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'll pass on that.
Okay. Jacques Swift is like, an incredible opening hit, bringing that awesome, just like a can opener. Is that tuna in there? I can't tell.
I love this guy.
But the Black Knight has taken quite a hit in return. The right torso is storing some of the most valuable components, including the right arm. Both sides are in peril. Their largest mechs are beginning to take fire. Will the infantry do anything? We'll be back after the next commercial break. But this time, instead of seeing a commercial, it's a flashback to Lachlan leaving the mech hangar on his estate. and Rosamund is there in the background. She's got a giant painting. We're talking like 20 feet long by 12 feet high with, you know, gold embossed wooden frame. She's putting it on a delivery truck that says Hiroka Farms on the side of it. And she says, Baron, I just wanted to show you the present that you are sending Jasper to congratulate him on the birth of his first heir.
Excellent, Rosamund. Thank you. This is well done. I can't believe that slipped my mind. That would have been quite embarrassing.
So she gestures towards it and says, it's a 21st century piece. They used something where still images taken from photographs or other digital devices were overlaid with words in order to convey a sort of feeling. They called it a meme.
How marvelously
classic
primitive.
Art. Yes, almost 1,000 years old now. It's a real throwback. The artist himself uses a ancient name, Trollslayer 6969_AZN the second, as his inspiration from the original artist. And so we see that it's a two-part photograph. The first one is little Draconis. He's like smiling and pointing towards the camera, and then the second one is little Draconis getting his ass beat by Sebastian Bassett's guys. And the first speech bubble says, Jasper Hiroka's a bitch. And the second one says, oh no, my knee. Rosamund looks at it as if it's the highest form of artwork and says, nowadays artists prefer to convey these sort of sentiments subtly without dialogue. The picture, you know, will tell the tale, but some people prefer this sort of classic style, and I sense that Jasper will like this kind of portrait.
I think it's an excellent pick. Make sure you do provide some of the background detail. I'm sure Jasper will.
Oh, the certificate of ownership and several scroll works are going. Signed
Excellent.
by the original artist, Trollslayer 696969_AZN the second.
Excellent. This is excellent. This is really very well done. Rosamund, I am so glad that we are working together successfully instead of going at odds the way we were just a few years ago.
She looks at you with a blank look and just says, there's no we. You're finally working with me.
Look.
Well, there's no need to end a pleasant interaction on an unpleasant note, so I will go ahead and leave you thinking whatever you like. Thank you for your help today,
She gives you a full formal curtsy, hands lifting the skirt on both sides, right leg, you know, behind the left leg at an angle, and says, my lord, as you leave.
Good.
Just wanted to make clear that the relationship there is still a little rocky.
Yeah, no, I think, as Lachlan's leaving, he's remembering to make a note to make sure that Celeste's tutor pivots hard into noblesse oblige and how much better she is than her mother. We want to really emphasize that part of the education.
Okay, I'm going to make a note here, because right now her mom is highly involved in her life, so, all right.
No, that's definitely something that I wanted to make clear. It's like kind of a pretty shitty thing for Lachlan to do, but he's definitely trying to use like this adoption and the tutoring and all of that to effectively make it more
Nobles are
difficult
better than commoners, of course.
Yeah, nobles are better than commoners, and therefore Celeste should not, think too much about her mother. We'll put her in a nice place. We'll give her a good retirement, but you gotta fraternize with nobles.
She's not even in her 40s yet. You're like, we'll get her in a good nursing home. Wow. Lachlan's like, any challenge to my authority, eliminated immediately.
Yeah, he's not the best. He's not the best.
All right, let's withdraw our movement dice and think about what a terrible person Lachlan is.
Look, everybody's been saying how Lachlan seems like he's improving, so I have to remind everyone now and then that he's a total asshole.
That's fair.
I have an 11 on initiative.
That is an 11 as well.
Okay, let's roll.
Oh, we roll again?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Unless you roll double ones. No,
I did not.
That is not double ones.
And just to be clear, I feel like the LRM that I launched at the Awesome just like pitters all the trees. Like the trees are getting destroyed, man. Splinters are bouncing off the Awesome's armor.
Oh,
So-
yeah. You scratch the paint job, and the pilot just
Yeah,
like looks
exactly.
down at
It's
the
like-
shoulder and is like, ah.
So I don't know how you guys feel. We should probably just do the infantry first again.
Oh,
eh?
just to be clear, when you hit the Awesome, you didn't actually, like, the Awesome is not physically open by a thing, but it's being overlaid at home with like a ghostly 3D image of what it should look like compared to
nice.
what
I
it
love
actually is. So you guys are just still seeing the Awesome correctly, but your sensors are saying it's got gyro damage because the people
you
in the
gotta feed.
dropship are sending you, this has this much damage.
I kind of imagine like we have on our displays whenever we get like images of zoom ins of the different mechs or whatever, it gives us those errors.
Does not.
And then
It does not. It looks pristine to you. You're like,
no,
oh,
I meant like it's an AR, so like an augmented reality thing
Nope.
where it just
nope,
no.
not inside your mech cockpit. Not even slightly.
Oh, really? Okay.
You don't have that level of technology.
Oh my god,
Being
we
done
have that technology
post-processing at
now.
home.
Yeah, we have that technology now.
Yes, but
Yes, Battletech technology is worse than ours because it's
I
from the
know.
80s.
correct.
It's
Yeah.
so bad. Anyway,
Well, I actually have a question. So, do you mechs have
Floppies were the pinnacle of technology.
Do
The
they have
internet
an
doesn't
external-
exist in Battletech.
Yeah.
Just
Do they
start
have
there.
like a cockpit
That's fair.
window, or is it just
Yes,
like all?
it's made of
Okay.
transparent steel, but if it gets hit with like a laser or something, it goes fully blackened, so that you don't go like, oh god,
You
I'm
don't go
blind
blind.
forever.
I've moved my conscript up.
But your cockpit is exterior glass is somewhat unnecessary because your neuro helmet can provide you with a 360-degree view around your mech.
Sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, you moved, right?
But
Yes,
most
I moved
people
the
like to
conscript.
look out their
Oh wait,
cockpit.
no, they moved first.
That's correct.
Oh.
Yes, we moved first because we lost.
Yes.
LRM carrier not moving. You guys need to move these movement dice. I don't know who's moved yet.
Yeah, that's why I was moving them
Yeah,
back.
now you can
Okay.
move if you want to go with conscript.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the hill.
Okay.
We've
Mobile
taken
HQ
the
doesn't
hill!
move.
Yeah, I'm 100% going to invest in an APC.
Okay, you said infantry can share spaces, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna also go onto the hill with.
Consider that each of these hexes is like super large, and this is only 28 guys. You can have lots of stuff
Cool.
stacked up in one place. We haven't even talked about infantry entering buildings and such. Rules get pretty involved. My infantry platoon doesn't move. Jasper, you move one of yours?
Just thinking about it. Yeah. Infantry platoon Bravo. moves.
Understood. My infantry platoon. Also, second one doesn't move.
This is a good soundtrack.
Infantry
Is that
platoon
okay?
Alpha moves.
Okay. Just to be clear, I have infantry platoons. You have conscripts. You have people with rifles that get together on the weekends twice a month in order to train.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
have
Weekend
full-time
Warrior
soldiers.
Alpha and Weekend Warrior Bravo.
Are they
Okay.
conscripts though? Because are they forced?
I thought we had.
Conscripts is a term that I'm using, but you're correct. These are voluntary service for you.
Okay.
But the service is voluntary
reserves.
insofar as somebody from the local villages has to serve you, right?
Question though, because we do have soldier at arms, right? Or at least some of us do.
You're like tankers and such. Yes,
Okay, got it. Yeah, so these are not those. We
that's
have
correct.
infantry.
These are
okay, got
your
it.
FIFO infantry.
So at some point, we need to invest in an LRM carrier each.
Just know that if you take a dropship, each LRM carrier takes the same space as a battle mech. So
We don't need to bring them every time.
that's why vehicles are mainly used as defensive purposes.
Yeah, but we may have to fight another defensive battle on Winnington one of
Correct.
these
I
days.
just want you to be clear what your investments look like.
No, that makes sense.
I have moved 4 of my things.
I need to get turrets on my base.
Is it our turn to move? Or is it
No,
your
it's
turn?
my turn to move. I just don't know whether I want to move the bulldog or not. It's in a weird position.
True.
I mean, it's a bulldog, so that's always true. For no reason, like whenever a friend of mine's bulldog like plops themselves down, they always find like the strangest way to lay or to, I don't know, it's
Oh, never. Can't get far enough.
Show us thine moves.
Yeah, the problem is that I miscalculated. Getting to this trees is not 6, it's 7. And I don't want to be stuck in the open.
well, you would still have cover, right? Because you have the hill and the trees.
Only from
blocking by the
this
side.
direction, the Black Knight
Yeah,
would be
I
able
would
to absolutely
definitely-
evaporate the tank. So the tank moves
That was
nowhere.
exactly what I was planning on doing if you were going there. So
So for context, Templar, I think the Raven is going to be moving here. The Grasshopper is going to move here.
I'm gonna go into the water.
Okay.
I can go first. I'm pretty confident I know what I'm gonna do here. Unless one of you guys wants to go, I think I can.
Go for it, man.
So I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, just know you have to make a piloting skill roll.
Piloting test when you get to this one, right?
Yes, and it
That
costs
one, level 1, the level 1 one.
You have to do it for each water that you move through.
Oh.
Yes, each
What
water.
do I
hex.
have to hit?
What's your piloting skill?
I believe I'm a 2-3 pilot, right?
Okay, you just need to make a 3 each time.
Yeah, then I can just roll that twice. And then, cool. I have the embankment now with the water.
Correct. The water
Right,
counts
and-
as partial cover.
It counts as partial cover, and I get to add 4 to my heat sinks, which is nice. All right, cool. So first roll, that's better than a 3. Second roll, also better than a 3.
Okay, you welcome. Problems. Did you account for having to move down and then an extra hex through the water?
So correct me if I, so moving here should cost 2, right?
Yes, and then
All
it'll
And then
cost.
that,
I thought for some reason water costs.
I thought once you were in the
Yeah,
water.
sorry. No, it costs 3 to move down, and then it costs 2 to move forward.
Oh no, I didn't calculate that right
Yes.
then. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That
And
looks
then
like
I
that's
think
as far as you can
That
move.
okay, so then I'll also turn to face them
Okay.
more directly on.
Is
yeah.
turning in the water the same as turning on land?
Correct. He's good there.
Okay, cool.
Entering depth 2 water costs whatever it would normally cost to enter plus 3 to move in it. So it's really rough moving deep under.
And you can't shoot out of the depth too, so it's pretty bad.
The rules are complicated, but yeah, most weapons you're not going to be able to shoot. Underwater combat starts at that time, and that's where things get really.
Sure.
Okay, well, you're in a pretty good position to be shot right now. So,
I'm also in a pretty good position to shoot though.
yeah, I'll buy that. Enforcer does not. Wait, do you guys need to move 2 things? Yes, you do.
Yeah, we do.
Yes. So before I make my enforcer move,
So does the huntsman want to move, or are you good right now?
No, I want to move.
You do not want to move?
I want to move.
Okay,
but I
go
was,
for it then.
I was waiting. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now I'm gonna move last. Grasshopper's gonna move last. Just to kind of see
All right.
where everything positions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
right up to the edge of the water, huh? No cover. So in the open. All
This
right.
water is
That's correct. It's
legal.
coastline. It's 0.
check. Yep. Okay.
No
I-
problems. But it doesn't
always
give
wanna
you any
confirm.
heat dissipation.
Red one.
It's purely aesthetic water.
Correct.
From all other purposes, it's just the land.
Well, it means that it's less than, like 6 meters deep. So it's like a regular coastline.
It barely goes up to the toes of the mech.
Enforcer doesn't move.
All right, so it's my turn.
Yep. What do you want to do with that raven?
Yeah, all right. It's too late now. Okay.
Maybe I should have gone first. Oh well.
So I'm just thinking about my next move, and I probably wanted to be one back, but this is fine.
Okay. I'm trying to get much closer. Let's see. So if I go here, so right now what I'm thinking about is going to here, or I can go one further. Although, see, move running. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes 2 to get into water. No, it's because I'm not going to the deeper
Correct.
water.
You're
right?
you're not in a hex 1 water. So.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't have the little terrain note next to it, it's just basically the exact same as the planes.
Got it. So I'm kind of like 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hold on. Don't forget you have to count 2 to go through the woods.
Oh, right. So I'd be here.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to the woods.
Just jump that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can get a little bit further to like get closer to here.
I think your best bet is to jump because then you can move forward, get the cover, and turn.
Yeah, so
Just jump in the woods there. Just jump 3 for this one.
yeah. All right.
Okay, that's a +2. The awesome doesn't move.
That's not awesome of it.
And then the Raven. So it's the Raven's turn.
Wow, Sam, are you
Not very
really
cash
killing
money.
yourself based on that joke? That really not so good joke? Yes, it's the Raven's turn.
All right. I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
I was debating on go here. Ooh, actually, maybe I should move the Raven there. But here they get 2. If they're here, they get 2 trees in front of them, so they would get 2 cover. Yeah, I'll do that. And then they have
Everything's gonna get shot at me anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it.
yeah. I'm just trying to maximize the LRM protection.
I'm 10 hexes away.
I mean, yeah, if you went here, it's a little.
LRMs again.
It would be a little riskier for the Raven, but it would provide more LRM protection. It's kind of just a toss-up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's up to you.
So, I mean, what would the Raven be potentially under fire from?
Everything.
Like a lot of things.
Everything, yeah.
Everything but the LRM carrier. The awesome and the enforcer both have clear line of sight on it right now.
But that's also the case where in the other spot you have.
Right.
They would just get a +1.
Right.
Otherwise, everything else is the same.
Basically, it's whether you want to take one.
The biggest difference there is that because it has to shoot through the awesome's trees, you have 3 tree cover from it instead of just 1.
Oh, all right. Then that's probably a lot better.
So the enforcer can't take pot shots at you at long range.
Yeah, that's probably better then.
Okay.
Cool.
That's kind of what I was thinking originally.
All right. Then shooting time. LRM carrier firing at the Black Knight.
As predicted.
Oh, all right. So it's not in me. 3, 7, 8.
Don't I get 1 more for partial cover for water?
You're correct. 9, and leg hits will be. That's a little arm hit. Excellent. Well, at the very least, it hits. 7 on a 20 is 12 missiles. So the first 5 hit her left arm.
Okay.
How do you do the missile calculation?
It's
You
complicated.
take
We'll explain it after.
cluster roll.
Okay.
Then you go to the cluster hits table
cluster hit
over
table.
here.
Got it. Okay. So
And
weapon size. Got it. So like with LRM5, it's pretty minimal.
So it's another 5 missiles, and they will hit you in your right leg, so nothing will happen.
Good.
And the last 2 missiles will hit your center torso.
All right, that's fine.
Missile pack 2.
Come on.
Misses.
Are you not using the teal location table for where they're hitting?
I was.
Damn, you're shooting great.
Third set will hit. 9 table is 16.
Yeah, of course you were.
The first 5 hit your center torso.
Okay.
The second 5 hit your center torso and critical.
Jesus.
This is exactly what you did to the awesome. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, wait, actually. Should I reroll for the plot point? What do you guys think?
Well, I'd reroll the location. I would not take a crit in the center. Crit center torso is the worst.
Yeah, so
you want me to reroll one of these ones?
I'm trying to decide which one I want you to reroll.
I mean, the hit has already gone through at this point. You've already taken 5 missiles from it.
Okay, yeah, then reroll the location, please.
Give me one, give me one, give me one. It deals a 3. Right, so now it's a 4. Uh-oh.
4's a right arm.
All right, so right arm takes 5.
Way better.
Parenthesis right front leg. I assume that's the back. Oh, 4-legged.
Correct. That's for quadrupodic mech.
One day.
You're never gonna pile a 1 unless you become a Goliath scorpion.
Don't tell me what I can be. Oh, I can and cannot be when I grow up.
All right, John Locke. Left torso takes 5.
Wait, is this the next shot or is this still the last one?
This is the final shot. That was the third pack of 5. Was the left torso, and then the last 1 hit is the left arm.
Okay, that was bad.
Did you take at least 20 points of damage?
Oh Jesus, I think so. Know. I think probably.
Yeah. So I need you to make a piloting skill roll.
All right. I'm good.
Are you?
Yep, my piloting skill is 3.
You are barely good because it's a +1 because you took 20 points of damage. So yes, you're barely standing. You wobble for a moment and you almost go down in the water, which would be horrible for you.
I mean, I would have re-rolled if I needed to.
Lachlan frantically Googles anti-missile system on Amazon. Delivered.
No, on Comstar.
Amazon indicates it's going to be 25 years before one is available.
Back order, dude.
They're all in back order because they haven't been reinvented yet.
I imagine like the missiles are like mostly hitting the base of the water and like several hitting on the arm and Lachlan,
or Templar. How are you? How you are? Report.
How the fuck do you think I am?
Just remember, you're on camera.
I think Lachlan just like doesn't care and has like shifted personalities.
That's like the whole thing is once Lachlan gets in the cockpit, he finds it impossible to act like anything other than a raving lunatic.
Which is very different than Jasper. Jasper's incredibly calm.
Are you talking to your military training? It's all right, Tamari. We can take this hit.
Oh my god.
Just very, very calm, casual. I've trained for this so long and militarily.
Right. Yeah. So Lachlan blows up a little bit at Kuro when asked how he's doing.
You guys are up for shooting.
Right. So wait, who's shot so far?
Just the other carrier.
Okay. I mean, I now have long range on medium or on large lasers.
Why don't you just go first?
Sure.
Yeah. Lasers are great because they're your large laser is a kind of a can opener, kind of a weakened can opener, but still a can opener.
Yeah.
I would like to. In other words, I like to go last. I think.
Yeah, because you got the LRM-20. So.
Yeah, and I can splash in somewhere.
All right, so we got 1, 2,
assuming I hit the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's still gonna be the long range. Yeah, I'm gonna focus fire the awesome, and it's gonna be my LRMs. Actually, how much ammo do I have for the LRMs? I don't know.
Should say
the ammo rack will tell you how many you have.
Oh.
So your ammo rack says you have 24 loads.
Oh, okay.
Just for reference, the LRM carrier has 24 loads as well, but it fires 3 loads
20.
every time.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that thing is insane.
It's only got 15 loads left, which is 5 combat rounds, but
That's a lot of combat rounds.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna large laser first and then LRMs.
Okay.
Focused on the awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So I
I
believe
mean, just be aware that this LRM craft is like a 10-year veteran who's been through multiple wars. They're not like, if you get an LRM crew, they're not going to be as good as these guys.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. So I believe it's still hitting on the same 9s.
Okay. Look.
I'm gonna use an edge to reroll that 1.
Okay. All right.
All right, that hits.
Left torso.
Spicy strike.
So that's 8 damage. I keep forgetting to hit the update, so I'm guessing you did.
Somebody hit it, yeah.
No, you already updated.
I never pressed it. So I rolled the dice here. So yeah. I don't know.
We're good.
Okay. All right, cool. Large laser fired. LRM.
Nope.
So yeah, so
That's it. Just
and then-
one red laser blast.
well, yeah, that's what I meant, but I was like trying to figure out my laser sound.
Large lasers are canonically blue.
Wow. No, listen, there are multiple Mechwarrior games where the laser color just fucking changes. The only thing that ever stays the same is that medium lasers are green.
Everyone knows green.
Well, large lasers are I want to say typically argon, which I think is blue lasers. Is that correct?
Okay, let's be really clear here. I think that in Battletech, the laser wavelength is outside the visual range, but
Oh. Well,
I don't
that's
know
not
exactly.
cool.
There you go.
But shooting invisible lasers at each other doesn't look as good.
Yeah, that sounds boring.
It's true. It's all augmented reality, so we only see the lasers because
Oh, yeah.
Keep going with this augmented reality thing.
No, in reality, everybody would have to wear fucking protective eye gear because if
Yes.
anyone saw these lasers, you're immediately blinded. like, there's, like
That's
immediately.
true. They are transferring kilojoules of energy at incredible rates.
exactly. You were absolutely. Everyone would be mandatorily wearing eye protection. Like even if you saw this in the distance, you would go blind. like,
all right,
awesome.
that's
Firing on
the
Black
Raven-
Knight.
or Grasshopper's turn.
Awesome.
3.
now you know why the
Dwarf.
awesome's called the awesome.
So 7, 8, 9 shots.
And if
That's
an
a
awesome
hit.
had jump jets, I
God
would have picked
damn.
awesome.
Center
You're
torso for 10.
You are getting such good luck
Center
on your
torso.
shots. Oh my god.
This is right where I need to crack open too. That center torso.
Oh
That
god.
hits as well.
right.
Right arm for
Now-
10.
Uh,
The right arm's getting pretty heavy hit. I'm getting worried.
Sam?
yeah,
Right arm has your PPC in it.
I'm trying to make a decision. I'm sorry.
Sure, no problem. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you reroll the 6 with a plot point.
Okay.
Oh,
good.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. All right.
like a 50-50.
Couldn't you have made him reroll both?
No.
Not with the plot point.
It was a 50-50 that he still hit you.
It's a right arm. How much
10.
damage was
That's
that?
10. It's PPC.
Okay, cool.
And that's an 8. An 8 doesn't hit you though, because you need a 9 to hit you.
I know.
Correct.
I'm going to spend the plot point that he spent to raise that up to a 9.
Yep, you can
Okay.
do that.
Your left torso takes 10.
And you have to. So we did the thing where you're supposed to make multiple piloting checks, but we did them all, and now this one's out of piloting test at -1.
He already made the check for taking 20 points.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but isn't there a cumulative one where like now you have to do it again
No.
at -1?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Don't know why
just
I
the
thought that
first
was
time
in
you
full.
take 20. So each check, if he has to take another piloting check for any reason, he has all of the cumulative penalties from before. This isn't
Right.
the Battletech rules gurus at home are going, that's wrong. Because what you're supposed to do is at the end of each phase, you make all of your rolls all at once, but that's not as
Right.
dramatic. So we do this to speed it up and make it look cooler.
Check. I gotcha.
But if he, for some reason, like if I blew up a leg joint or something, where his gyro took a hit, he would have to roll at the penalty for also having taken 20 points of damage as well. That about covers the firing for that guy.
Sam.
I got so unlucky. You rolled.
I know. I hit with
two
all
11s,
three.
You rolled 3 11s and 2 10s. Like Jesus.
So this pilot is smirking, thinking about your insult from just half a minute ago when you were like, no. Now your mech is just like, as lightning whips over it.
I'm about to shoot him a lot of times too, so it's gonna be okay.
We need to rotate the fire. You're taking all the hits when I should be taking this hits, Sam. And it concerns me.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I know, but like we had to get into range too, right?
Yeah, like
don't worry.
I have no choice,
in the future though, I will be I'm trojing every round, right? I'm literally going as fast.
I'm not moving any farther up, so
okay.
All right, I'll shoot, I guess. How far away from the awesome was I? You just did that, didn't you?
I didn't count because I assumed it was long range.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, you're
it's actually not. So you goofed on that. It's actually medium range.
Then I still would have hit with everything. I wouldn't have had to use the plot point, but since I've already spent it, I'm good.
All right, so that's going to be medium for the PPC, and it's going to be long for 2 large lasers.
Look, I've made mistakes too, Eric, so far. So
I think that's all I can do.
Oh, no. I'm not saying wow that because of that. I'm saying wow, the PPCs are incredible. I didn't know PPC medium range starts at 12.
Just remember that PPCs have a minimum range too.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Which is why ER PPCs are better in every single way.
Fights.
Let's start with the PPC. So I'm starting at 4. I ran, so that's 6, right?
Yes.
7 for his cover. All right.
Make him pay.
That'll do it. That's a 9.
Right arm.
For
location
10.
Yep.
Yeah, right arm for 10. Location 4. Yep.
And then
no crit.
Yep, no crit.
If relevant.
Yeah, I mean I would have to get through for that. Okay. And then both of the large lasers are going to be at a +2, so they're going to be 9s.
Miss.
That's going to be a miss.
That's a good one.
That's going to be a hit.
Left arm. Damn.
So that's another 8 damage. Is it
crit if relevant?
Is it 2 heat for running?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 2 heat for running and 2 heat for or a +2 to hit. It's kind of easy to remember.
I will be generating 28 heat and dissipating 24.
Does it take extra movement to go up hills?
Yes, 1 point.
Dang it.
For each exchange.
So then it's somebody else's turn to shoot, right?
It is.
Because that's it for me. It'd be really cool if you could hit my legs one of these times that I actually have cover on.
You feel that way. 3 and then 4, 5, 9. So it's 9 for large laser and autocannon 10. So let's shoot it in autocannon and then large laser.
Seems good.
No. So the enforcer is like holding out both of its arms and pointing and blasting a laser and autocannon rounds everywhere. You get into the water and the water is just steaming in front of you. Autocannon rounds hit the water and then like immediately slow down, and after like 2 meters they just stop and begin dropping.
Awesome.
All right, come on, you can't do that. No, come on, man, this is copyrighted. I'm gonna get in trouble for this shit.
Nah, less than 15 seconds were played. It's impossible.
Yeah.
EricVulgaris threatening the law on my regard. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Who's shooting next?
The Atlas will. Right? Atlas will fire. I guess. Oh, I will be firing at the awesome. You're within medium range for my LRMs, but you're outside the range of everything else.
Okay.
Bummer.
So that's not the worst, I guess. Awesome didn't really move. So my base is 2. I ran for another 2. Your medium range for another 2. So I believe that's 6, and then a cover makes it 7s.
Sounds right.
Okay, cool. I don't mind doing the math out loud just so everyone can check it. 7s.
That'll do it.
8s. 8s on the 10. Left arm. Well, sorry, I should do cluster roll. Cluster roll of an 8. Not ideal. 12 hit, which means we do it in packs of 5, right?
Yep.
So first hit, 5 damage to 8, left torso. Roll 2d6, update. Next hit, 6, right torso.
Got it.
Next one would be 2 damage. 6. Same spot, so that's right torso.
Okay, got it.
Does he have to roll to stay on his feet? That was a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Makes it.
Oh, that was very close.
We saw it too.
It's rough, but he makes it. Just like you, he's like, oh no, I'm about to fall. And then this time the left leg does the half crescent as he's just continuously taking one step back to stay on his feet.
Well done.
Oh shit.
I think that's where we're gonna have to end this week, eh?
Let me make sure. He's a 3/4 pilot. You dealt 20, so it would bring him up to 5, and he has previously existing gyro damage. So actually,
Ooh.
I think the gyro gives him a -1 now.
That would be very helpful for us.
Previous gyro previously hit. No.
Damn it.
I will. You know what? We'll figure it out next time. We'll let some Brainiac on Patreon tell me whether or not that will go down. Brainiacs on Patreon, let us know on Discord whether or not this mech goes down or not. There are still shooters left. The Bulldog is firing on the Atlas. Bulldog is a 3, firing at long range for 7, 8, 9.
Yep, give me the 9s. Give me the laser. Show me your moves.
Not even close.
No fear.
The Atlas, ignoring the Bulldog for the longest time, suddenly the trees in front of him, like way in front of him, explode as a laser goes through them, and the Bulldog like sheepishly starts trying to roll backwards in the first gear, trying to get behind the hill to be like, I don't think he saw us. Somebody behind him screaming, "Load AP! Load AP!" Any other
awesome.
shooters?
I don't think so.
I think that's it.
This is where we are going to end today. For us, it's a little bit early, but we also started way, way early. Any thoughts about this so far?
Wishing we had APCs to actually make the infantry at all effective.
You're learning an important tactic, though, which is your support forces. You should absolutely move them first in order to whittle down, because the first couple moves I did it and you guys did it, and I was like, oh well, you're just gonna move your Battletech mechs first. Okay, excellent. Now I know where you're gonna be.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Yes, this is precisely why we're doing large unit encounters, so that you can learn these kinds of things. And at some point, my infantry are going to be in range with somebody, and I'm going to show you the power of 2 damage rifles.
I also was very glad to see the Raven back on the field and helping us out with the LRM carrier. I didn't realize that's like the effectiveness of the ECM or the EW is the versus the Ghost, because we didn't really have any long range fire or oblique firing in previous encounters, so we never saw that.
It's a pretty rare ability. So
right, yeah.
LRM carriers are the kind of people you would expect to have that particular.
Totally.
Just like an archer or a catapult or a bombardier, stalker, any high missile unit.
And on that note, Sam, if you move one over, I can protect you.
He's stopped now.
I mean,
he's not moving a single step.
He's
entered his combat. He's entered monk stance.
Yeah, most likely I'm not gonna move, so I can use sharpshooter. But
I'll make you move.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like literally, if you move one over, I can cover you with the ECM, so the LRM carrier doesn't hit you all the time.
I mean, we can talk about it next week, but we may just have to choose a different option for where the Raven goes because it doesn't make sense for me to only move one. If I move, I should move a lot because otherwise
you're putting yourself to hit.
Exactly. So like if I move, I'm going to move all the way so that then I'm like changing ranges or something. But if I just move one, I'm really giving up a huge amount just to.
You have to look at the map because technically you might be able to do some kind of like, only show one side of your body, your less hurt one, and then turn around and show the other side so that they, you spread the damage.
And mostly it's like making sure the Raven stays in cover so that way they have the maximum amount of defensiveness.
There's a lot to think about.
Totally.
The awesome is starting to heat up as well.
Yep.
Its movement will be inhibited next round, which isn't that bad, but the round after that it's going to start taking shooting penalties.
So
I will say though, this round it did an incredible fucking job.
Yeah,
that's true.
Here's the big thing you need to worry about, Sam.
Great.
If you take if any of your location areas get opened up and then you fall in the water, that location is effectively dead.
Yeah, you get short-circuited.
Yeah,
basically.
so if your arms or torso, like it's an open center torso falling in the armor, just destroys your mech.
Got it.
Yep.
It floods your fusion engine.
Yep.
That sounds fun.
It's funny because what we would see is the control unit on his mech receiving orders from the referee team would be like, all right, fall forward on your face and then writhe around for a little bit to indicate that the fusion engine is destroyed. But all we would see is the Black Knight just basically like rolling in the water like, oh no, I'm exploding.
Yeah, so I guess I probably have to get. I'll think about it for next week. It's a conversation for next week.
Yeah, you're not in danger yet. You don't have any open areas quite yet. But if you start taking gyro hits, it's going to be bad.
On everyone's screens, like if they have any kind of virtualization, it's all just like those cheesy like 80s like NFL football like graphics.
Oh, for sure. They have Lachlan McDougall's Solaris record up on the screen constantly because he's the only one of you that has like a known Battlemech record.
Oh,
he's 1-0 in Battlemech duels.
I feel like he has to have been in more than one Solaris fight because he's literally there for years, wasn't he? Like it's a whole part of my like background.
Sure, we could say that he has a long and sordid career.
Anyhow, good stuff.
Great game as always.
There's going to be a movie trailer next time for a new movie.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, work with me.
Next time, I have to talk to you. Maybe we'll come up with a People for Lachlan McDougall ad. It's like Lachlan's trying to get his PR campaign to get the people to like him again.
I mean, just know that each of you has a group that is opposing you and making shitty ads about you, which you've seen
That's
before.
what I'm saying. That's why we need positive ads about
I feel like Kuro needs to do the same. He's got so many tabloid things going on.
Oh, don't worry about Kuro. I'll ruin his life later. It's gonna be great.
Wow, thanks. It's not like he's already doing that himself,
People are like, listen, it's all about communication. Not that I know anything.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I mean, that's what he's trying to do. He's just really bad at it.
Yes, he's really, really bad because he lies all the time.
He's an intelligence officer. He obfuscates the truth. He doesn't lie. It's a different thing. I mean, I've been watching a lot of Lucifer, man. And let me tell you, he doesn't lie, but he doesn't necessarily tell the truth. He doesn't. Yeah, he obfuscates the truth.
Listen, when you're taking advice from the actual Christian devil, I don't know where to go from there.
I'm not taking advice, my friend. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he's hot though.
It's true. He's definitely the hottest Lucifer.
Counterpoint. He's hot.
Some like it hot, and some like when the heat is on. Everybody's good for next week?
Absolutely.
Should be.
All right. Well, I'm hot-blooded, so I'll check in and see you next week when I have a fever of 103.
Good. That's exactly what we need.
Yeah, excellent.